And welcome back, and it is the 23rd of March, higher plus 5 a day. And let's just go with the first question. Right, what do we have? Prove the product of two even numbers is always even. Okay, so the setup for these sort of questions are always very similar. So I'm going to define my numbers. So I'm going to let my numbers be, so let numbers be 2n. Now, critical point, it doesn't say two consecutive, it says just two even numbers. So 2n and 2m, where n and m are different integers, which gives me unconnected even numbers. And then I'm going to do the thing it wants me to do. So in this case, it wants me to find the product. So I'm just going to do the maths part. So 2n times 2m is equal to 4mn. And then I need to, let's make that look a bit more like an n. And then I need to make a clear statement that I understand what an even number is. So I'm going to write this as 2 times 2mn. And I'm going to make a statement, something like as 2 is a factor, even, and then I've proven the statement. Now, again, you may have heard me say this a few times if you watch my other videos. If this was a maths A level, you'd go on and write a conclusion. You'd write a bit more about integers, but for a GCSE, this is okay. Next question. Right, so this question has a function, and what do I need? I need the inverse function. Now, this is what's known as a more straightforward one because x only appears once. So I'm just going to do, and I would normally do this in my head really, but it's always a good idea to write it down because then you don't make a silly error. So what do I do to the x? Well, I firstly multiply by 4, then I add 1. I'm basically using BIDMAS here, and then I divide by 7. So my inverse function is going the opposite way and doing the opposite. So my inverse function takes my x and multiplies by 7, so opposite thing in the opposite direction. Then it takes away 1 and it divides by 4, and that is my inverse function. Not too bad at all. Next question. Shown is a rhombus, so it's a rhombus over to the right. Calculate its area. Now, you typically get this as a parallelogram, but rhombus is just as good. So the way you're going to do this is you're going to do two triangles. And you're going to rely on your understanding that the area of a triangle is a half AB sine C. Now, this is often one of the last things taught at GCSE. It depends on your scheme of work and how your teachers teach you, but it's possible that you've never seen this formula before, but you will do. And what it basically does is it takes the sides, so side 1, side 2, and then multiplies by sine of the angle in between. Now, because this is a rhombus, I know all the sides of a half. I know I need two triangles, so my area is going to be 2, because I want 2 of the triangles, times a half, which obviously cancels, times 10 times 10, because it's a rhombus and they all have the same sides, times sine of 80, which is the angle in between, calculator out, and that's going to give me 98.5 centimeters squared. Again, not terribly if you know the technique, but you can spend a lot of time if you don't. But good question. All right, what do we have here? This looks like a lot of words. All right, worthwhile having to read through this, even in the exam, just a minute reading through so you're not doing the wrong thing. So Olivia's got a 4-sided dice. I'm going to draw little pictures just to help me. So she's got a 4-sided dice. Can't draw this very well, but that will do. And 2 boxes of sweets. Okay, great. I have this horrible feeling I know what's going to happen here. The dice is labelled A, B, C, D. Okay, so dice is A, B, C, D. And box 1, so we'll label this 1, has 7 red and 3 green. Okay, and box 2 has 1 green and 4 red. I don't know what number that's supposed to be. 1 green and 4 red. Olivia rolls the dice, and if she gets A, she picks a sweet from bag 1. Okay, so A is to bag 1. If she rolls B, C, okay, that's not terrible, right? And then the other one is she picks it from bag 2. And then what does it want to do? So show this info. Oh, okay. I was going to just about to do this anyway, but this is the first question. So first question, show it on a tree diagram. And the second question, I'm presuming it's probability. So Olivia rolls the dice, picks the sweets, obtains green, probability she rolled A. Oh, that's actually really quite hard. Okay. The tree diagram is going to be essential here. I'm going to do the dice first. So the dice, she's either going to roll an A, and I'm not going to write B, C, D, or B, C, or D. I'm going to write not A, because I only care about whether she's got an A or not an A. And then I'm going to think if she goes to bag 1, which is a little bit harder, so I'm going to write bag 1 here. So this is bag 1, and if she hasn't picked an A, then it's going to be bag 2. Now, let's go back to the probability of picking A. So it's a fair 4-sided die. So A is a quarter, which means not A is 3/4. And then bag 1, what are we doing? Red or green. So it's red or green, red or green. Now in bag 1 there were 7 red sweets and 10 sweets overall, so that's 7/10, and this is 3/10. And for the bag 2, there's, oh, nasty, back to front, 1 green and 4 red, so there's 5 sweets overall, so I'm going to say that's 4/5 red and 1/5 green. Now that's all you need for a tree diagram. You could start working out the multiplications here, but it doesn't want me to do that yet. So I'm going to not do that, but I suspect I probably will be doing it for the next question. Right, Olivia rolls the dice and picks a sweet at random. So basically she does the 2 things. She only does it once, by the way. Good. Olivia obtains a green sweet. So green is here or green is here. Find the probability that Olivia rolled an A on the dice. Okay. Is a A-level conditional probability question. The probability of rolling A in green is going to be 1/4 times 3/10, which is going to be 3/40. And the probability Olivia rolls a green using not A is going to be 3/4 times 1/5, which is going to be 3/20. And if I add these 2 numbers up, I'm going to go over here just so I don't squeeze it in. So if I add these 2 numbers up, well, 3/40 plus 6/40 is going to be 9/40. So that's the probability that she rolls a green. So this is a probability that she gets a green sweet. But I want to know the probability that she rolled an A to get that green sweet, which is going to be the 3 out of 40 I've just mentioned. So the probability that I care about is 3 over 40, the probability she does A in green, divided by the total probability she gets a green, which is 9 over 40, which is 3 over 9, otherwise known as 1 over 3. I don't say this often, but I'm going to say it again. Wow, difficult ending question. The first one's not great if you don't like proof. Second one, not terrible at all. The third one, you need to know the formula. That 4th question was difficult. So well done if you got that. Do let me know how you did. But again, well done. Either way, do like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks all.